Okay, so one of the questions we get a lot is, what do I eat next? And the answer is, because patients are so different, there's no magic answer. Okay? Again, the guidelines are what we've already said, and I'll say them again for the video and for your answer to your question. Anything is almost anything is okay, as long as you eat little, small, tiny bites, very slowly and very well chewed. Okay? Even if you take stage 1 food like Gatorade and take a lot of it fast, you're going to have problems. Okay? So again, common sense would tell you that soft foods are the next thing on your list. But again, mashed potatoes and soups and macaroni and cheeses and stuff like that could be a problem if you take a lot fast. A very tough steak, probably not right away. That may be weeks or months in the future. But if you have a driving taste for a steak, at this moment, it's probably not the end of the world, as long as you remember to cut it up into a little tiny piece, chew it very extensively, very slowly, and you'll probably do okay. We do have some lists of kind of common things, like when we start off, it's Gatorade and soups and crackers and things like that. And if you think about it, where you're going to go from there is kind of obvious. You're going to have things that when you mash down on a fork, they'll go through the tines on the fork. That is generally soft foods. And again, those will get you in trouble if you take too much too fast. A common thing that we see in patients is when they eat and talk and don't put down their fork. And so they'll have 1, 2, 3. That'll get you in trouble. So we say, kind of like the cliche from the cops and robbers movies, put down your gun and nobody gets hurt. Okay? So put down your fork between bites and you'll be okay. If you continue to eat quickly without paying attention, even if you're eating soft foods, you'll have trouble. So the guideline for the diet is start off with those liquids, go slowly, almost anything is okay. Big, rough, chunky, hard foods that you can't easily press through a fork are things you want to try later rather than sooner. But even then, if you have a drive to eat some of that kind of food early on, take it very slowly, cut up the pieces to smaller than the size of a baby spoon, chew it extensively, and you might be fine.
So, at this point in time, can you move beyond the soup and the yogurt and the Gatorade? Or,
yeah. I'm sorry.
I already moved to some fruit. I talked to Sandy. And
yeah.
I moved to some cantaloupe and some grapes. Had some grapes coming down. That kind of thing. So
I would try to say, maybe I didn't do it well, is you can eat anything you want and think of what you could mash through a fork as a good next step. And anything is probably going to be okay that you have a taste for, provided you do it very slowly, with very small amounts, and very well chewed. And be cautious about kind of eating quickly.